I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today, and you selling fans should probably look away just for a hot second here. Oh, it's brutal. I'm sorry, all you selling fans. Today I'm bringing you guys the Witch Hunter build. So shockingly enough, we're killing witches right here in the beginning of the video. Um, Now I discovered a couple things about Sella not many people would probably know about. First of all, did you know that her crown glows and she does this spell even though she's incaptivated? Incaptivated? That's not the word. Captured. Incarcerated? Let's go with incarcerated. She's in prison, so let's go with incarcerated. Um, so she can attack you while she's incarcerated, and her crown like does that little glowy glintstone thing when you attack her, and I think that's really cool. Or when she casts a spell, rather. Um, and funnily enough, even if you kill her right there in that instance, if you just quit out, save quit, and log back in to the game, she'll be alive again. So there's actually no way to kill Selin, which is good for this Witch Hunter character because all he wants to do is just kill her over and over again. So, but yeah, boys, we got an Occult Witch Hunter build coming at you guys today. Brand new build here on the channel. I hope you guys appreciate it. We're going to talk about the build, the character, and all that stuff. But before we do that, guys, if you guys wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to the video, man, I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs for the end of the year. We're almost halfway to 800 right now, which is crazy, bro. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the video so much, man. And I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. It's just that Elden Ring right now and its player climate is it's in a really strange spot because before the game went on sale, because if you guys didn't know, the game's actually on sale right now. Before it went on sale, I would say the climate of Elden Ring was declining ever so slightly, not in a dramatic fashion, but definitely like the amount of like activity and shit like that. I even had like a friend who is an Invader main start co-oping. I know, blasphemous, right? He started co-oping because like invasions were just not really getting that fun anymore. I even thought about, what if I did a co-op video, but we're not gonna do that. We're an Invader main. If you guys would like to see a co-op video, let me know, man. We can just check out all the specimens of Elden Ring, and like actually right now would be a good time to do it because of all the people that are coming into the game for the sales. This is the first time Elden Ring has been on sale since its release, and perfect time to do it, I guess. Do a little co-op video, just goof around a little bit. I could even do it on this build, man. This build's level 82. But yeah, what was I talking about? Let's talk about the build, man. Or should I talk about the character first? I forgot what I do in these videos, man. I don't really record all too much anymore, and it's literally because of the game. It's not really a me thing. It's the game thing. I would record a lot more. If you guys want to give me like suggestions of what kind of videos you guys would want to see, I know I did like a poll not too long ago, and people wanted to talk about they wanted me to talk about like social topics and stuff like that for Elden Ring. I did a video with social topics. It didn't really go over that well. So I think that for now we're gonna stick to invasions and and invasions, builds, stuff like that. We're gonna stick to that, guys. But I did enjoy making that invaders are a good mechanic video. It was fun, and I greatly appreciate if you guys would check it out. Because for some reason the previous two videos that I made got 2K views, and then that one only got 100. So I'm actually confused, but YouTube does whatever the fuck it does, right? Here's a neat shrew combo with the Arumi whip, which is a centerpiece of this build that I haven't even got to talk about yet because I've just been rambling. Let's talk about the character first, and then we'll talk about the build and all that stuff. Well, follow me on Twitch, by the way, if you guys haven't already. We did hit 50 followers on Twitch, so we're pretty close to being able to get affiliate. Thank you guys so much, man. Anyway, this guy is a witch hunter type of character that I wanted to center a build around, and the main weapon that we have centered the build around is actually this setup right here: an Arumi in the left hand and a Flamberge Occult infused with all kinds of different infusions. in the right hand. I love the Flamberge, and I did have a build that used the Flamberge, but I kind of deleted her. She was like a blood girl. She actually is in all of my PvP builds video, even though I don't have any gameplay for her because I deleted her. But she does exist here on the channel, so she will be immortalized forever. But I wanted to do something with the War Surgeon garb for a while, and I thought, you know, I also wanted to do something with the Vulgar Militia helm for a while, and I wanted to do something with the Arumi and the Flamberge for a while. So I came up with this like Castlevania inspired witch hunter. And he's like, he uses occult weapons, and he uses poison, and he uses, you know, arcane and spark aromatics fire. He has a spike spear on this build for impaling. All the supernatural ass superstitious shit this guy has. So like bleeding a witch, burning a witch, impaling a witch, putting her on a stake or whatever. The spike spear kind of looks like a wooden stake a little bit. And so does the chain link flail, actually. So something I want to talk about is that something that I really like with this build is I have poison mist on a chain link flail, and I think that it hits the aesthetic pretty nicely. And I just think it's like one of the best weapons on the build. People need to start using flails, man. They got buffed a while ago, and like people are still refusing to use flails for whatever fucking reason. I think they're great. I was using them before they got buffed, and I would use them after, man. They're actually fucking insane. And on this arcane build, I have an occult infused poison mist flail or chain link flail, and it does work, man. The Arumi is fucking great too. The Flamberge is like the main piece of the build. I have 3 different Flamberges on this build. We've got one with Piercing Fang, one with Flame and Strike, even though it's Keen infused. The one that has Flaming Strike on it is Keen infused because you can't occult infuse a Flaming Ash of War for whatever reason. And the last one is Bloody Slash. And something else I'm doing with this build, the only 2 stats I really pumped were Arcane and Vigor. I don't really have a whole lot of endurance, a whole lot of mind on this character. But we've got a ton of Vigor, we've got a ton of Arcane. I think we have 50 natural Arcane. And then we have like 40 Vigor. But something that I did was I put on every talisman, and then I have the tier in my flask for boosting dex. So we're getting Radagon's icon gives you, is it source? No, it's Source Seal. Radagon's Source Seal gives you +5 to a lot of different stats. But one of those stats is your dex. So we have that on, we have the heirloom on, we have Millicent's prosthesis, all giving you +5 to your dex. And then we put on the dex tier. Couple that with the fact that we actually leveled our dex up to 19, we actually can get 44 dex out of this build without really having to put a whole lot of investment into dex as a whole. Now the thing about that is our 2 main weapons that we use for this build are the Flamberge and the Arumi, and they both heavily scale with dex. And we just got a bunch of artificial dex coupled with 50 arcane, which I believe the max build up for arcane status effects like bleed and poison, stuff like that, I believe it's like 55. It's probably even 50. The sweet spot would be 45, but we want more damage with our occult infused weapons, so we went up to 50. And I have to say, man, I haven't really played with occult infusion all that much, but having raw power on like a bleed weapon is really good, and then having just a bunch of arcane in general, you really don't feel a difference between occult and blood infusion, especially at low levels. And at higher levels you just get a bunch of AR out of them, so that's cool. Well, I guess that was me talking about the build and whatnot. As you can see, I when I make characters, I go for very aesthetic heavy things, and this guy, you know, he's got a bloody, I forgot what that fucking dagger's called, but it's pretty good, man. like the bloody knife or something like that. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Bloodstained something. Blood Bloodsteel, Bloodstain. I don't know. It. We got occult weapons, man. We're using the spell-proof dried liver on this build to buff our magic defense because this guy hates witches. Again, that was the build. I didn't really talk about the character. You guys know usually I talk about the character. I give like a little bit of a lore for the character. I try to make characters more than I try to make builds. The only idea really I had for this character is that maybe he was a doctor at some point, hence his war surgeon garb or whatever, and something happened with a witch, and now he deeply despises witches and wicked magic and all that stuff. And he's gonna use whatever he can to, to kill the supernatural, man. He's only human. He's just a crazy guy. He's got some doctor's robes on. He knows how to modify his body to withstand the power of witches. He's got blood weapons, he's got occult weapons to use against them, he's got the spark aromatic because witches hate fire, obviously. He's using flame and strike, he's got bloody slash, using his own blood as a weapon. Maybe he did some kind of ritual to enhance his blood or whatever, even though I think a witch would like some blood ritual shit. He's got a whip because whips are very Castlevania, and that's kind of like the vibe I wanted to go for, was a very dark medieval fantasy character with some supernatural elements to him. And a lot of you may be questioning the fashion here with the Vulgar Militia helm. I love the Vulgar Militia helm, and I've wanted to use it for a long time now, and I never got a chance, but we're using it now because it's fucking sick looking. And you could make an argument that this guy has a big metal thing on his head with wrappings around it because he doesn't want a witch to be able to cast a mind control spell on him or something like that. He's one of those conspiracy theorists, the guys with tinfoil hats on top of their heads to stop the aliens from invading their minds. Well, this guy does that, but with witches. And here's my my flail and dagger setup here, which I really, really like. But yeah, guys, it's good to be back in the game again. I'll try to upload more. Try not to go more than 3 days without uploading. Sometimes it's just really hard to boot up the game and whatever. But this build helped me do that, man. I put this whole character together in like less than a day, and then I just didn't play. But I do like this build, man. I'll probably end up streaming this build. So if you guys want to watch me stream, be sure to follow my Twitch and whatever, man. But yeah, guys, Bloodblade is like overpowered, by the way, on the Reduvia and just about any weapon you could put it on, and you'll see in this clip why I think that, because I absolutely destroyed somebody with it. This big fat phantom here. This game right now is full of this, by the way, just super high level character carrying his low level friend through the game. Because the game's on sale, obviously, so you're gonna see a lot of this. But God, there's so much of this in the game right now. It's ridiculous. But it's good to see, I guess. If you're do level 20 invasions and whatnot, kill some. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do that soon. We're gonna do some level 20 invasions and just fucking wreck some high level phantoms. But with that being said, guys, that's the end of the video. Here's all my stats, gear, equipment, all that fun stuff for you guys to check out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like and subscribe on the video, really helps me out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs for the end of the year. We're almost 800. I think we can make it over Tenacious is enough. That being said, guys, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later, man.